Okay, so the previous movie review did really well, and that made me realize movie reviews have a place on this channel. I don't know when, but eventually I'm going to branch out and do other movie reviews other than Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Rodrick Rules! Arguably, it's the best in the franchise. The first book mostly tackled issues that Greg faced at school. This one tackles issues that Greg faces at home. We got brotherly bonding, jokes, fun for the whole family. The last time I watched this movie, it was probably around 2020 or 2021, so let's just say it's been a while. So I want to see if it still holds up, and that's enough talk, let's do this. So we start off in the roller skating rink, welcoming back all the 7th graders, arguably the lamest in the bunch.
7th grader. Sounds a lot better than 6th grader.
I assure you, it's not. Oh my god, Rodrick! Oh my god, hi, hey sexy, oh my god! Anywho, we cut to the skating rink and everybody is skating and having a good time. Fun for the whole family. We meet up with Rowley, who is still childlike and innocent, and him and Greg reminisce about how their summer went, which included Greg swimming in his drawers and giving the new kid an STD. Sorry, the cheese touch. The cheese touch. Greg gave Jeremy a social disease.
Hey guys, anyone for pizza? Thanks, Rodrick. You know, I can't believe people eat perfectly good food just lying around. I'll save that for later.
You know, at some point, there has to be a level to where it's like okay to murder people. I know this motherfucker didn't put this shit in his mouth, bro. Anyways, while they're busy floundering around, they come across the new girl, Holly Hills. I can't let this scene play out too long because I'll get copyrighted by the music in the background. So instead, I will be replacing it with my own audio. Oh, it's magic, you know. Never believe in that.
Her name is Holly Hills. She just moved here.
What grade is she in?
7th. She's an
All-star soccer player, has done professional modeling, and was her 6th grade class president. She moved here from Oregon because her father got a big promotion. They drive a hybrid SUV, live on the north side of town, in a cozier side near the park.
What? I googled her.
Nigga, you did not Google that shit. You stalked her. Anywho, the sociopath beside Rowley starts to imagine a life with Holly, and Jesus, bro, she just got here, give her some time to breathe, man, god damn. Anywho, Holly comes over and tells them that they're blocking her path, and Chirag proceeds to embarrass himself.
I'm Chirag Gupta, and I'm single. Wow, my name is... We know exactly who you are, Holly Hills of 432 North Temple Lane.
And that, kids, is how I know for a fact that he did not Google that shit, and that in fact, he most definitely stalked her. Anywho, Rodrick comes over and rightly tells Greg that that shit right there is not happening. To prove Rodrick wrong, he decides to try to ask Holly to skate at the top of the hour, since they play slow songs at the top of every hour. I'm sure this will go well. What? Anywho, the solo dance starts. Gregory tries to kidnap Patty. Greg tries to make a move. That shit gets stopped in its tracks immediately. So anywho, Greg and Rowley are most definitely about to die.
Greg Heffley!
This is your mother! Everything is going to be okay. Stay where you are, and your father is going to come rescue you. Okay, here he comes right next to you. He's on his way. I know.
It's at this point that Greg realizes he probably should have just died in the ring. Greg tries to fight Rodrick after this, but like everything, it always goes bad. We get an animated intro, and I'm really glad that they never stopped doing this. Hopefully I won't have to regret saying this. Anywho, after that, we go over Greg talking about how he wants to murder his siblings for simply being siblings. And also, Susan writes an article in this newspaper apparently. Who cares? Susan goes on a yap fest about how they need to get along as brothers, and bro, oh my god, even Frank shares my pain. Skip! Fast forward to school and yeah, it's just as chaotic as it's supposed to be. We get to class and Patty and Greg are fighting over seats because Patty is annoying because Greg decided it would be a great idea to be the class clown.
Patty,
either way, the fighting stops because the teacher picks on Greg because Rodrick was apparently Satan himself. Anywho, Greg, Rowley, and Rodrick, because Rodrick was sleeping on the couch, learn about a talent show being kept at the middle school. Hold on, is that Benny from George Lopez? Bro, this scene has one of my favorite lines.
Hey, Greg, maybe we
Can I chunky cheese?
We agreed that you give a drum lesson to Greg.
You were serious?
Maybe you guys will really like it and we can form a family band.
No amount of weed or alcohol would have been able to save me from watching that. Skipping forward to drum lessons, and they were a formality. Yeah, definitely a formality. Anywho, Greg wants to play a game on the Xbox, and in true Manny fashion, he fucks it up. Because when Satan's disciples touch things, they always turn to dust.
He didn't do anything on purpose, did you, honey? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He's only 3. I'm only 3.
That's not an excuse! Anywho, fast forward to 4 dumbasses standing on the field not realizing that there's a football game going on. They're a part of it.
Patty Farrell, you are the man!
Too easy. So we fast forward to Greg being picked up by Rodrick, and needless to say, it's a good ride. Never mind. Fast forward to us being in Greg's room.
You're so lucky you don't have any brothers. You're kind of like my brother.
Rowley, please don't let people hear you say that out loud. Anywho, after we finish watching elderly abuse...
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
No one should be waking up feeling like P. Diddy. So Greg complains about his attempt of being famous being too fake, and it has to look real. So he resolves the issue by giving Rowley one of his drawers to put on his head. Yeah, I wish I was kidding about that.
Remember when I broke my arm? That didn't feel good.
Hey, question. Why is it that Rowley is the one always getting injured? So anyway, Susan doesn't like being lied to, and Greg promises he won't lie again, except his attempt of not lying again.
Happy birthday, Grandpa!
Next year, I want a chocolate cake.
That is if you're alive next year.
Why the fuck would you say something like that? Yo, ain't no way y'all niggas go to church, bro. Matter of fact, we never see this church ever again. That's not important right now, though. What's important is Greg sitting on a chocolate bar, courtesy of Rodrick, and hoping to make it into church unscathed. So after Greg shits himself, they walk into church with him wearing a robe, and it spawns one of the most iconic memes. So while Greg and his family are trying to go up there to collect the Eucharist, Rodrick makes Greg's life hell.
He's pooped his pants! But no, it isn't what it looks like. It isn't. It's chocolate. Chocolate. See?
Man, this really has to be grown for suit. Not hitting restart in Minecraft. Fun for the whole family. So after Susan goes on a tangent, and I really mean a long ass tangent, they decide to leave the both of them at home to solve their differences. I'm sure this will go well. Rodrick throws a party. Oh, and he locks Greg in the basement, showing us that sociopathy is more than likely a genetic trait. Man, fuck what I said before, this party is lit. Anyway, their mom calls to check on them, and Greg pulls the ultimate power move.
Now let me say goodnight to Greg.
Greg? Oh, he can't, he's asleep. I don't want to wake him.
No, I'm not. I'm right here. Hi, Mom. Hey, Rodrick. Hi, sweetie. Is everything okay? Why were you sleeping so early? Well, actually, I wasn't sleeping. I'm down in the basement.
The basement? What the heck are you doing down there? Wouldn't you rather be up here hanging with me?
Yeah, I would, Rodrick. Why don't you come down and get me? Now.
Okay. Everything is cool here, right, Greg?
Yeah, Mom. And I have your number if I need you. Okay, sweeties. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
They're finally allowed in the party, and this shit is still banging. Rowley is banging. It's a banging party, giggity. These photos that they're taking will play a large part in the next few scenes to come. Anyway, so Manny fucks it up again by getting sick, so now they're coming home early, and now the boys have to tidy up the place before their mom puts both of them in a grave. They tidy up the house and they have to also replace the door. Yeah, did I mention that the door has paintings on it? Sorry, it's marked with Rodrick rules and none of them know how to paint, but they have to replace the door, and also this will also play a large part in the next few scenes to come. Anywho, their parents come home and inspect the place and everything's fine for the most part. They're caught lying, just deny. It's the ultimate technique. Anywho, Chirag returns back from India and clowns Greg because he still hasn't gotten with Holly. Oh yeah, did I mention that Chirag went to India apparently? Who cares? Anyway, the natural response that Greg makes to Chirag for clowning him is to just pretend that he doesn't exist, because I'm sure that will solve his problems of not getting with Holly. So anyways, we're over at Greg's house and Rowley is staying over for the night.
Does he know about the D.O., Ari? Huh? The door?
Nigga, what? Anywho, we're introduced to Bill, who becomes integral for some of the later books, but for now, he's in the movie eating up the family's food and embarrassing himself one word at a time.
So, what? It doesn't sound like a cakewalk, right? No. Why don't you tell Rodrick, give him a picture of just how challenging it can really be. No, it's really hard. First of all, there's no home-cooked meals like this. What? Really? Yeah. Oh. No, on the road, it's all burgers and fries and pizza.
Bro, I'm looking at the home-cooked meals right now, and if that's what I'm looking forward to, no thank you, I'll be on the road. Anywho, the lies are eaten at Rowley, who at this point looks like he's going to explode. And also, to top it off, they're watching a horror movie, which is always the greatest way to get over your fears of lying. Anyway, Manny comes in for a bar of chocolate and scares the shit out of Rowley, and now Rowley's going home. Greg, is there anything you'd like to say to Rowley and his father? Yeah. Mr. Jefferson, your son's a bitch, and Rowley, you're a bitch. So anyway, Susan finally finds out that there's not a lock on the door and asks Rodrick. And like the true G that he is, he denies. Anywho, game time! From these options, when Greg is asked what happens to the lock, does he A. Deny, B. Confesses the whole truth and admits everything for no fucking reason, or C. Tells the truth but leaves out some details? Let's see what he does.
Rodrick, he maybe used his idea at the party, so when we're on the door, so we had to change it. I knew it.
You fucking dirty bitch. Yeah, so if you chose B, you'd be correct. B for bitch. Anywho, Susan was about to ground Rodrick, but Greg manages to manipulate his way out of the situation. If only his manipulation skills translated in other sections of his life. Anywho, Rodrick proceeds to teach Greg the ways of having an easier life, and honestly, all of it is pretty sound advice. I'm pretty sure the last one kicks him in the ass though. Anyway, the invisible Chirag joke is still going on, and it almost ends because Rowley is a big bat.
Hey everyone, look, there's a floating corn dog.
Anywho, fast forward, Greg's teacher decides to embarrass him because, unsurprisingly, taking work from Rodrick was a bad idea. He then also gets the genius idea to send around a note in class, and this goes as well as you think it does.
How do you get your hair to smell so beautiful?
Later, Greg finds a note in his locker and he thinks it's from Holly. Surprise, surprise, it was a prank by Chirag. Also, Holly thinks that Greg is freckly.
It's gotta hurt.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Anywho, to cheer him up, Rodrick decides to take him out for the night, and honestly, they're having a pretty good time until...
Who's out there?
Anyway, this fat nigga starts chasing Rodrick and Greg, but good news is they managed to lose him. Unfortunately, the night is ruined because apparently those photos that they took played a large part in the scene to come.
And talked about life. There's nothing special.
Oh my god.
Rodrick, can you explain what you're doing in this photo?
That's not me.
That's not you?
Nope.
Okay. How about these?
Rodrick, I really didn't tell her. I mean, maybe, sort of, but I made a deal with her and we had a really good time and...
No, you're my brother. She'll never be my friend.
Damn, that's rough. Anyway, talent shows off, and now Greg and Rodrick are sent to a senior citizen home to spend time with their granddad, and that goes about as well as you'd expect it.
Quit it!
Why don't you tell Mom? You're good at that.
Now remember, the object of the game is to read the joke card, and all the other players have to try not to laugh. Good luck. There's some real rip ticklers in there.
Yeah. You go first.
Putting economic policy before fiscal responsibility is like putting the cart before the horse.
That is hilarious, Grandpa. I'll read another one, Greg.
Anywho, Greg's at the retirement home, and surprisingly, Holly's there too. Anywho, Holly and Greg start talking about their family, and they realize how much they have in common with each other. That gets ruined by the fact that Rodrick finds the book, and Greg decides to run through the halls of a retirement home without any pants. Bro, there was like a 20-second pause where he could have threw on some pants and ran Rodrick down. I don't know why he's running through the halls with his drawers out, bruh. So, being the smart person that he is, Greg decides to run into the female restroom, gets attacked by a bunch of old ladies. Oh yeah, and Rodrick has that tape of him in his drawers. This nigga just can't win. It's finally the day of the talent show, and things are off to an okay start. Honestly, I really like Patty's performance. It was good as fuck. Like, I fuck with that shit for real.
Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone.
Anyway, for the third time in the movie, Rodrick starts crying again because he can't play in the talent show and because Bill replaced him in his own band. So Greg decides to make a negotiation.
How bad can it be?
I'm sure this magic act will go well. So, this magic act was really comedy, but low-key was pretty good.
That should have been me.
Scotty, fuck you. If you wanted to be in the show, you shouldn't have ran into the bathroom. And finally, Loaded Diaper performs. The singing is ass, but the vibes are all there. And also... Exploded diaper in your face. Exploded diaper. So Rodrick and Greg are finally getting along. And all's well that ends well.
Okay, it's up.
In your face, exploded diaper.
Holy cow. This is huge. We're an internet sensation.
Greg, you are so good!
Or not. Okay, so normally I would... Okay, so normally the conclusion or the outro would normally just be Diary of a Wimpy Kid footage playing and whatnot, but I just had to make y'all see my reaction. That shit was fucking gas. Seriously, the movie was good. Literally, out of all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, this is the best one. Literally, it's the best one. I don't have any real complaints about it. Yeah, some of the stuff were cringy, but I said that about the fucking last movie. Literally. So, yeah, this was a good movie. I liked how they always incorporated animation. They incorporated animation in this way more than they incorporated it in the last movie. And that is something that I will always be appreciative of. On top of that, the acting was amazing, especially, you know, for kids. And I didn't say that in the last review, but for a bunch of children, the acting was good. Like, some parts it wasn't always perfect, but for children, like, this was pretty good acting. I give props to all the actors in this. Movie was great, plot was great, the storyline was great. It really felt relatable, like it felt hella relatable. Like this movie felt really, really relatable to actually having siblings. And fuck was that? Okay, I'm back now. Sorry about that. Point is, the movie was good. After this, I need to take that cough medication. But the movie was great, it really was. And I have zero complaints about this movie. Again, shit got cheesy at times, but it was made for the time. And that kinda is the whole point. Literally, it really just is. So, I really, really enjoyed this. I don't think I said that enough. Anyway, this movie is a 10 out of 10 for me. I give it a full 10 out of 10, seriously. It was perfect, it was good. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about the movie review. The next video should be either Bound by Blood Chapter 5, finally. Either a Dead by Daylight thing, which it's a one-off. Like, good. Like low-key, that's probably for the best, because I've started a lot of series on this channel and we're still not done with them yet. So that's probably for the best that it's a one-off. Either that or it will probably be another movie review. Not Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but I'm sure y'all will enjoy that movie review as well as enjoying this one. Because I do want to branch out into more movie reviews and do other shit along the lines. I'm not dying, I promise. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, hit the subscribe button. I don't usually say that shit, but I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for getting me to 60,000 subscribers. It should be beyond that by the time I'm recording this, honestly. Like, I'm grateful for, and I'll always be grateful for that, right? I'm glad that I'm there. I'm glad that you guys got me there. I'll always be appreciative of you guys. Sorry I don't upload so much. As I'm saying, school usually takes up my time, but yeah, it's kind of finally over now. Well, not school, but I'm on holiday, so I can now upload normally, and also the video is kind of over now. Subscribe. New videos coming out soon. I'm working around the clock. My editors are currently in my basement working on these videos, so don't you fucking worry. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out!